In the world of Chinese television and online dramas, few names have inspired as much warmth and admiration as Yu Menglong, also known as Alan Yu. Born June 15, 1988, in Urumqi, Xinjiang, he was a multi-talented performer, actor, singer, model, and director. He first gained traction in various singing competitions, notably My Show, My Style, in 2007 and later Superboy. Over time, he built up a body of work that resonated with many. Roles in Go Princess Go, 2015, Eternal Love, 2017, The Legend of the White Snake, Hidden Master, Feud, among others. His singing, gentle demeanor, and strong on-screen presence won him a large and dedicated fanbase, both in China and overseas. He was only 37 when tragedy struck. What is known, or at least what has been reported by his studio, management, police, and media, is a mix of facts, official statements, and lingering questions. Here's a summary of the accepted narratives so far. On September 11, 2025, reports broke that a man suspected to be Yu Menglong had fallen to his death in a residential community in Chaoyang District, Beijing. Yu Studio confirmed later that day that he had died and that police had ruled out criminal involvement. The cause of death was officially declared accidental fall due to intoxication. Alcohol was involved, the authorities say. According to his mother's public statement, made several days after his death, Yu accidentally fell to his death after drinking. She expressed hope the public would view the incident rationally and cease the rampant speculation. Investigations reportedly included on-site inspection, forensic examination, interviews, review of surveillance footage. The authorities say they found no evidence of foul play. The scene was reportedly the apartment of a friend. Yu had dinner with a few people around September 10th, later locked himself in a guest bedroom around 2 a.m. After his friends left, he was not found. His body was discovered around 6 a.m. on the ground floor of the building. Even with that official version, significant doubt remains among fans, social media users, and some media outlets. Some of the unresolved issues include allegations of foul play. Various rumors have circulated that Yu was drugged, assaulted, pushed, that there were signs of violence, or that his body had injuries inconsistent with a simple fall. Some alleged surveillance footage or audio recordings exist, but have been suppressed. Discrepancies in the scene. For example, the locked bedroom door, the broken window safety net, the timing of events. How did he get from the bedroom to the window, or outside? Was the window mesh intact? These are points that people ask because they seem to create tension with the official narrative. The speed and content of official communication. Some believe that the statements from studio and police came too fast, which sometimes suggests a prepared narrative. Others point out that many rumors are being forcibly suppressed, or posters are being legally penalized for spreading false information. Emotional distress of family, public feelings of anger. His mother's public statement, the outcry among fans, the trending hashtags, #JusticeForYou, etc. all suggest that many are not satisfied with accident due to drinking as the whole story. From the official information, Yu Menglong's death is being treated as accidental, a fall after heavy drinking. But beyond that, there are many uncertainties. Here's what remains unclear. Exactly how intoxicated he was, and whether intoxication alone could explain loss of judgment so severe that someone would fall from a high window, or through a window safety net. Whether there was any third-party involvement, forced substances, coercion, or abuse, is claimed by some but unproven in the public domain. What surveillance cameras recorded, if anything, and whether that footage is being shared with investigators or the public. The condition of safety features. Was the window mesh securely installed? Broken? Was there any defect or negligence? Medical/forensic detail. Whether injuries matched the scenario of a fall, whether there were additional injuries that might suggest assault before a fall. Because Yu was a beloved figure, the impact of his death has been profound. Fans in China and across the world are grieving not only the loss of his talent, but the uncertainty of his final moments. Social media has been filled with tributes, memories of his roles, his kindness, how he seemed gentle, industrious, and creative. Many are demanding transparency, wanting CCTV footage, forensic reports, full disclosure of evidence. There is frustration with what is seen as censorship, posts, rumors, audio, video clips that allegedly show lacerations, injuries, or voices of distress, and then disappear from Weibo or other platforms. The authorities, police, studio, have taken actions such as detaining a few individuals for spreading false info or rumors. Peters wants certainty. There is something especially heartbreaking about stories like this. A person in their prime, a life full of promise, artistry, connection, and yet meeting an end so abrupt, so full of questions. Yu Menglong's career was not without challenges. Roles sometimes came with pressure. Injury and setbacks were part of his path. But he pushed on. And many fans saw in him someone who cared, someone who tried to bring art and kindness, not just glamour. The smallest details are heavy. His last dinner with friends, locking himself in a room in the early hours, the locked door, the fractured sense of time between 2 a.m. and 6 a.m., the discovery of his body by chance by a neighbor walking a dog. These all paint a picture of something deeply human: fear, isolation, and perhaps misfortune. This story isn't just about one person's death. It taps into fears many of us have. How fragile is safety, even for someone famous? How much of what we see and believe can be shaped by powerful narratives, by what authorities, studios, social media allow us to see or not see? What rights do we have to truth, especially when grief is so public? For many of his fans, Yu Menglong was more than an actor. He represented something hopeful, that talent and sincerity could be recognized, that art mattered. His abrupt passing forces us to ask how we protect artists, how we protect truth, and how we protect compassion in a world where rumors spread faster than confirmation. Drawing together what has been confirmed. The cause of death, per official sources and his mother, is an accidental fall after consuming alcohol. No criminal involvement has been established or admitted. Authorities carried out forensic and investigative work which they say did not find signs inconsistent with an accident. Even with official statements, the healing process is not simple. Fans, family, and the public may need or deserve more transparency, release of relevant footage, full autopsy results, independent review if possible. Respectful space for grief, without sensationalism, without suppression. Accountability for anyone found to be involved in wrongdoing, however direct or indirect. Remembering the artist, not just how he died, but how he lived, his performances, his voice, his dreams, his kindness. It hurts, in a way, to imagine what Yu Menglong must have felt in his final hours. Alone in that room, perhaps struggling with balance, clarity, fear. The dawn came, and with it the discovery that he would not walk further. It is a tragic, terrifying moment. But beyond the horror, there must also be compassion for the family, crushed by loss, for fans, stunned, for the people who search for the truth, weary of rumors, but hoping for light. Yu Menglong may be gone, but the stories he told, the roles he inhabited, the songs he sang, they remain. And in the seeking of truth, in the demand for honesty, perhaps part of what he believed in will live on.